Hey guys, just a relatively quick one today. The thing I wanted to go through was what we discussed in the last video, and that is fixing the spaceship that you're on or any other object to any other object, making sure that its position and orientation is correct for the rotation and movement of the underlying object, or the object that that spaceship or whatever object is sitting on. So for instance, here we have what I've found this gun turret model, and that gun turret model is sitting on an asteroid, and in effect it is staying at the right position on that asteroid as the asteroid rotates, but it's also aligned in the correct orientation as the asteroid rotates around. So it keeps the correct direction, which is pretty important if you think about you're like a gun turret or something. You don't want your orientation changing relative to the asteroid as the asteroid rotates around. The cool side benefit of this, of course, is when you're on the asteroid itself, unless you move around, your orientation will be correct relative to that asteroid. So you'll get this pretty cool view of the universe as the asteroid spins around. Which is exactly the effect that I mentioned that I wanted to try capture in the last video. So I was able to do this via a few basically hacks to the way that the orientation of any object is calculated. What I said was, if the object is landed on another object, fix that orientation to the original orientation that that object had when it landed on that model. The issue there is obviously because the underlying model, in this case the asteroid, is changing its direction over time. You have to do a little bit of quirky math to make sure that your direction, your new direction, is corrected for the fact that the object that you're on is also rotating. So it was a bit of finicky math that I needed to kind of work out there, but it landed up with what I think is a very cool effect. It's not perfect the way I've done it, but it definitely gets the effect that I was looking for, and we can always make it better from there. A couple of other things I did want to quickly talk about. The first one is I'm looking to make the Discord server a little bit more active than what it's been in the past, and primarily for if you guys have any kind of recommendations or ideas that you would like to see in these videos. It'd be really cool if you drop by and mention those ideas, or just comments really on the progress to date. It'd be cool to just kind of chat through that. If you've got any questions on the techniques I've used, more than happy to have a chat around those. And secondly, the one thing I have removed from this project is the strict need to use or to not use libraries, external libraries. What I've decided is for things that I've already tried my hand at and have got working to a reasonable degree, I've decided, okay, actually, in order to perfect this part of the code, I'm not going to spend another month trying to replicate something that someone else has already done. So in those cases where I've already done a good chunk of the work, but don't need to kind of do that last 20%, which is like 80% of the work, then in those cases, I've decided, okay, I'll go use an external library and replace my relatively bare bones code at that point. And so that might be for things like model imports, image libraries, that kind of stuff, which I think is pretty reasonable. But anyway, yeah, ideas for the next video is to be able to select different asteroids and actually build on them. But I'll leave that to the next video. In the meantime, I'll see you guys on the internet.